Welcome, neighbor. I'm so grateful you're here. My name is Renetta Collins, and this is The Growth in Between. This podcast was born from a simple belief that some of life's greatest transformations doesn't happen when we finally arrive somewhere. It happens while we're becoming. It happens in the ordinary moments, in the conversations that stay with us, in the unexpected transitions, in the prayers that seem unanswered, in the relationships that stretch us, in the quiet decisions no one else sees. That's where life changes us. That's where growth happens. In the growth in between, around here I'll call you neighbor. Not because we live on the same street, but because I believe life was never meant to be lived alone. We all come from different places. We all carry different stories. But for the next little while, we're walking this season together. So wherever this episode finds you, whether you're driving home, washing dishes, taking a walk, or simply needing a place to pause, welcome, neighbor. I'm so glad you're here. You know, I've always loved conversations, not small talk, real conversations. The kind that makes you stop and think. The kind that changes the way you see yourself. The kind that reminds you you're not alone. I love learning about people. I love hearing their stories. I love discovering how one conversation can completely change someone's perspective. But if I'm honest, this podcast isn't just for you. It's for me too. This is, in many ways, my out loud journal, a place where I can process life, ask questions, keep growing, and hopefully invite you to do the same. Because I don't believe growth is something we accomplish. I believe it's something we choose over and over again. A while ago, I was listening to a podcast, and I also remember reading something similar in a book. Don't ask me the podcast. Don't ask me the book, because honestly, I can't remember. Next time, I'll definitely have to write it down. But here's what I do remember. Sometimes we forget where wisdom came from, but we never forget the wisdom that changed us. The idea was simple. Life has seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. Every season has a purpose. Every season looks different. Every season eventually changes. Then it hit me. We aren't any different. I'm not the same person I was at 15. I'm not the same woman I was at 20. I'm definitely not the same woman I was at 30. And now at 39, I can honestly say I've grown. I've healed in some places. I've changed my mind about some things. I let go of some things. I've held tighter to others. But here's what I know. I haven't arrived. And maybe that's the point. Right now, I'm learning how to live in a season I haven't lived before. Our oldest and only son has left the nest. If you're a parent, you know that's a strange mix of pride, gratitude, excitement, and grief. Not grief because something is wrong, grief because something beautiful has changed. At the same time, I have two preteen daughters who couldn't be more different from one another. Watching them discover who they are reminds me that I'm still discovering who I am. My husband and I are approaching 14 years of marriage, and I'm grateful that I am not the same wife I was on our wedding day. Because if I hadn't changed, I couldn't love him the way he needs to be loved. I've noticed I don't even enjoy some of the things I used to. I actually love being home. I become the homebody. I've learned that being by myself isn't loneliness. Sometimes it's peace. For many years, I thought becoming meant reaching a destination, that one day I finally had myself all figured out. But what if becoming isn't about arriving? What if it's about paying attention? Paying attention to what God is teaching us. Paying attention to what each season is asking us to release. Paying attention to the person we're slowly becoming through every joy, every disappointment, every relationship, and every transition. I used to think becoming meant arriving, but today I don't want to arrive anymore. Because if I arrived, there's nothing left to learn, nothing left to heal, nothing left to discover, nothing left to become. Instead, I want to spend the rest of my life asking one question: who am I becoming? That's what this podcast is about. Becoming better, better to ourselves, better to the people we love, better to our communities, better for the future version of ourselves that's depending on the choices we make today. Every week, we'll talk about marriage, faith, purpose, work, family, transitions, grief, joy, and everything in between. Not because I have all the answers, but because I believe honest conversations help us become more intentional people. Before we go, I love for us to reflect together, not out loud, just between you and your heart. What are you learning? What are you letting go of? Who are you becoming? Don't answer me, answer yourself. Before you leave, I'd like to challenge you. Think about one thing you've been putting off. The thing you know would help the person you're becoming. Maybe it's making the doctor's appointment, starting therapy, beginning that Bible study, applying for the job, having the difficult conversations, going for the walk, writing the first page. Whatever it is, ask yourself, will the person I'm becoming thank me for doing this today? If the answer is yes, take one step, not 10, just one, because growth isn't built in giant leaps. It's built in small, intentional choices. Neighbor, thank you for growing with me today. My hope isn't that you leave this conversation with all the answers. My hope is that you leave asking better questions. Questions that make you kinder to yourself, more intentional with the people you love, and more committed to becoming the person you're truly shaped to be. Remember, the greatest transformation doesn't always happen at the finish line. It happens in the growth in between. Until next time, keep showing up, keep learning, keep extending yourself grace, and keep growing. I'll see you next time.